Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. At their own 29-yard line.
Go!
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number one. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Lightning 18.
They run once more to Taylor. And this one not going anywhere. They give it to 44 for a gain of just a yard. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they got to take care of.
Left side, he finds Bruce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 70 Stepper Wolf.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to 43-yard line.
Right on the big guy there showing some agility. Just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Second and 9.
7 Pirates. Bravo 80.
Richardson working from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. A good pick up there, 22.
First and 10.
When you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Cougar 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Running left, Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pick up on the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a second and 5.
Here we go.
Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. All the way to the 2-yard line there before it crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Richardson looking to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 ended.
Makes the score Colts 7, Jaguars nothing.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Look at this Colt defense. This unit very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
95. Ball's ready. Ready?
Now Young. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First time in, it's complete. A good pick out there, 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's all balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Ready,
now
set.
from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 41. A first carry for Tyler Algier. Nice little start as he's able to get this up. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Jaguars.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and they're tied 7-7.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Got it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I heard they spent more time in practice with what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Richardson on the bootleg here. Right side, and he finds Gray. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It's a gain of
22 more yards there and another 1st down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Ready, go.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. From a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
His kick is
After right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jaguars 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey,
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Cut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He even put together a job description for a middle linebacker. We would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
On the ready.
3rd and 3.
Eagle blue. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. From the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Right.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got some breathing room. Down the sideline he goes. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bayshaw Tootin hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go.
Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are wicked hands. Feel like the offense coordinators are a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
Go. 19, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Now it's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. And now Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We could do it in football.
No, I think you can do it in football. A perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. We could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Let's face it, there's no chance to stop passing here with what is going. And we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully get the same results.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fight. 30. Red. Shot. 17-6. Mega. Red. Yellow. Red, cycle. Ready?
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
50, grill green.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Black, 95.
The play fake. Now Young. And it is caught. Herbie Corral right off field right around the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Second catch for him today, and he'll wind up a first down.
As a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
10 black. Hut.
They'll throw again. Young. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It's Harry Smith making a nice play and getting the sack.
It's 2nd down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Zero blue. Field black. Green jack.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Blue striker. Ready. Black ultra. Set.
Young. And man, he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On the ready.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Set. Hut.
Young to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Young takes it on the sneak, and he's got enough for the first. midfield to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
It certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Right, 96, yellow, check, smash, set.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4.
Down. 52 blue. Ready?
A quick throw by Young. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ready. 6 chop, 17. Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Young, quick throw here, that's complete. That is a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Ready, set.
2nd down and 4.
Come on, set, ready.
They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And they'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Young. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure on that football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
7-yard line.
is at the line and set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Viking 18. 70 Lions. Ready, ready.
Again, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a 2nd and 6.
19 Charger, 9 Stephanie. Let go.
A give for Taylor running right side. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 43 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the double.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, push the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Nice chunky yards at first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ready, break.
2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 30, ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And just not enough on the throw there. Down at his feet and incomplete.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit. And he ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Red 38. Watch out, man.
Young, he's going to change it up.
Black swap. Set.
On 3rd down, they'll try to run for it on the ground. Now this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Jaguars.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Ready?
Now here's Young. Rifles one, it's going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Drag him 60. Get it. Mustang 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts.
It's a gain
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Franco 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Cougar 19. 70 Lions.
Richardson out of the shotgun. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. But he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 12.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout.
22-yard line.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time we're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. So they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and go further.
Ready. Yellow. 43. Ready.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for him. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
would say so. You know, we're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll keep leading on the running game back to the ground. They're able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. What a nice little game. 93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable to get run.
And he'll slip his way in across the 30 to the 32. Calling a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be something here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. They'll call a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
19, come on, set! 70 Lions!
Now Richardson. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. Touchdown! 70 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Jaguars 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an aggressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Down. 10 black.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
If this guy's going to jump into that deficit, they're going to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage,
2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times. You don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kick's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. On the yard line. Offense at the line and set to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Harvey sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Richardson to throw off play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and bumped their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Ready? Like 79 Broncos.
Again, it's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And then he stops right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Past the 60, past the 60. Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
From the midfield strike, they look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 112 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Panther 60.
Off play action. Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be down inside the 20 to 15. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Somebody got to go. Somebody got to go.
70-0.
Richardson going to change the play here. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he can't quite get there. It's happened down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Taylor is going to take this one on for the Colts touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the second down at 6. Young down. Incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. There's so much trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough. That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Come on, set. Yellow, black, red. Set.
Young. That's complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 40.
Young to throw it. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. They're willing to give them that underneath stuff
50, green. You, yellow. Claws red. Ready.
Young is set to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay,
Nice offense on 3rd down today. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Young now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, now what? How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Black, 95. Red, cycle. Light blue. Set.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Viking, 18. Cougar, 19. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Let go.
Richardson looking to throw. That's to his tight end off. And he's got this down to the 35. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Lord, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Ready,
On the handoff, Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Ready, set.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Set it.
They'll try to left side. It's Morris. And it goes up front. There's a stop at the end of the line.
A gain of a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third and 4.
Ready, go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
He was taken down.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Of 2 yards.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
33, hut.
Here's Young. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. The defense offensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go. You, black 40. Steel, black. Set, hut.
Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a chance first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and 1 yard.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
32. Ready.
To throw, Young. The killer here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Right.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. 10 black. Hut.
Young. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They go play action. Young. Now they'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Red. Yellow. 43. Blue striker. Set.
Now here's Young. There's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He don't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Hut.
Now they'll run it. After running a few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Come on, ultra. Black. 95. Set.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends his drive.
And this is just a little touch pass. The center receiver in motion just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Out to the flat. It's complete to his running back. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Set. Black 40. Ready?
Looking to throw. Young. That is caught. But they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score. But pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Jaguars 24. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Come on. Set. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. Ready.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Go. Bravo 80.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.